You're really showing me something new here.
Yeah, this is how I eat.
I'm fucking with this.
The dip in the greens is like
I'm fucking with this.
that cheese and that toast.
Boy, that slaps. Cracking, bro.
I step off the plane in 2019, and the very first memory of LA was Howlin Rays. Not just because I was starving. No, on the contrary. I was looking for an experience, a place that made me feel that Los Angeles was more than just somewhere to eat, more than just a pursuit of my career, more than just a means to an end, but a future home. And coming here over the years, I've discovered I was right. Here's why.
So I was a regular back when it was a food truck. Black food truck said Howlin Rays on the side. Never seen it before, so I walked up and met Johnny and Amanda there, and there's like just so much energy, so much love from them, just in the interaction, not even in getting the food, not even placing the order, just in general conversation. It was fun. I got my food and I'm eating this breast quarter, and I'm walking towards my girlfriend's car, and I tell her, hey, get out the car, we gotta go get some of this chicken because it's probably the best chicken I ever had.
Chef Johnny is actually the first one to give me my restaurant job when I was 21, 22, at a French bistro called La Poubelle. Applied on Craigslist, came in super cocky, driving a Charger, and I was like, yo, I can do whatever you need me to do. I can do it.
I always had kind of a desire to work in hospitality. My sister and I grew up with our grandparents, so they always had some type of business going on that we were involved in, and every one of their guests became like family.
It all starts, let's say 2016. I was an Uber driver for about 2 months. First time I went, I was like, okay, there's a long line. I got a whole bird. I was supposed to split the whole bird with my lady. I ate 3 of the 4 pieces. At the time I was so broke that I was literally driving Uber to fund my Howlin Rays lunch adventures.
I thought I was gonna go to the military after high school, made some life decisions. That didn't happen. Trying to find something, where I could kind of help people out, help the community out. That's why I was trying to be a firefighter, and then ended up restaurants and figuring out that you can do the same thing.
One of the things that's really incredible about Amanda and Johnny and what they kind of project onto all of us is hope. Johnny, he's pretty incredible because he's pretty fearless, and my sister's like the ride or die, so she's gonna like bring the muscle and make things happen. When that happened, he decided to take a loan out on my sister's Fiat that she had at the time in order to get a down payment for the truck. They would prep in their apartment in Silver Lake. They would do all the prep for the truck there. Nobody here really knew what hot chicken was at that time. They didn't have any customers, and my sister, she's pretty magical when it comes to social media and marketing. And
they left, obviously, to go start exploring hot chicken with the concept and everything, and then they gave me a call one day, and they're like, hey, do you still want to work? And I was like, for us, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I left everything I was doing and immediately came over here.
Fast forward to the Chinatown brick and mortar.
So that day, I sent a rogue interview. I was like, okay, I'm tired. I hate driving for Uber. The very next day, Amanda texted me. She's like, hey, are you good for an interview tomorrow? And then I had the weirdest interview I've ever had in my life.
they ended up in Chinatown, which was very odd. And everybody was kind of like, wait, you're in Chinatown? Where? What?
And Chef Johnny had offered me a job. Back in my head, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it because I wanted to go more down the fine dining route of working in the industry. At that point, I was almost burnt out with working in restaurants, just pushing myself. Mario is wearing the smallest sweatpants I've ever seen a man wear. He brings me to this dimly lit room with Amanda with a circular table, and it's like a mob style interview. He had offered me that job, and I was like, I'm just gonna take it. I just want to be somewhere where I can have fun. I see these guys are having fun. These guys are holding it down, like crushing it. Like such a small line and such a big demand, but that line they had waiting to get the food, it was like, man, these guys they're doing something right. I think a week went by. She said, okay, cool, we're gonna have you for a stage. I ended up working the full day. I was exhausted, I was tired, but I was loving it. I was loving the energy I was feeling. I was like, okay, this is really dope. This is so much different than just picking up the food, and then now I'm behind the scenes, I'm working, I'm in it. I don't think there's a Mario without a Howlin Rays. I thought I was just kind of getting a job because I was like, cool, I'm 22, it'd be cool to bartend. And then just being in that environment, something I was like, hey, I kind of like being in restaurants. This is pretty fun. It really brought me back to when I was in the Navy working with a really tight crew. I'm digging
more than just the food. I'm digging the culture. I'm digging who Johnny is, who Amanda is, who Mario is. They're in the weeds with you. And that's kind of what kept me here for so long, is that constant push, that constant challenge, that constant help.
Growing up and having little to no aspirations of life where we lived, or of success, and then to see my grandparents just build something from nothing, I think really stuck with both of us.
I remember one day Emeril Lagasse came to my elementary school and he cooked for the principal. It was this huge thing, like the news was there, everyone was in the auditorium watching. Principal's on the stage, Emeril Lagasse's cooking on French toast. And I was looking around, I was like, man, like this is what food does. And I felt like that magic, that power, I want to be able to have that, a little slice of that.
I tell the guys all the time, it's like, if you make one person smile, you've had a great day. You don't realize sometimes how much just giving great service and making someone's day, the effect that has on somebody. And that's, I think, what I really enjoyed at the restaurants. I was like, you can really shape somebody's day just by giving them good food and just a simple conversation.
It's definitely opened me up as a person. When I was an Uber driver, things I hated doing most was talking to the person that was in the car with me. I hated talking. I was like, okay, I just want to take you to this place. I want to take you here. I want you to get out of the car, and then we'll both go our separate ways.
I was able to cook really well, but when I first started at Howlin, it's like, okay, now I gotta start talking to people, now I gotta start making it fun, now I gotta open up out of my shell. And it was definitely a learning curve for me at first, but then I just broke out and just had so much fun with it and created so many more memories, not only for guests, but for myself. It definitely helped me align myself with who I was meant to be as a person, as a human, as a man.
Honestly, I think I just enjoy talking to people, and it's, with the cliche saying, if you love what you do, you don't really work. I love what I do. And I love putting that love out there and sharing it with people. It's like the vibe that I have, I want to give it to you. So I'm not just giving you a meal, I want to give to you how I'm feeling at the moment. And 99% of the time, I'm feeling great.
When I joined the Navy, I told myself I'd never work in a restaurant ever again. And here I am. I've been here for 6 years, coming up in like 4 weeks.
Even through the times when you don't know what could be possible, you stick with what your passion is and your love is. And I think that that's really attributed to the success of Howlin, and always just remaining humble. So I think even though the growth was happened as it did, I don't think it was ever expected, and I don't think we ever still to this day expect to see a line.
I think uniquely Howlin makes me feel at home. Like, everybody here is family. I would do anything for anybody here. And what I mean is that, like, Chef Julian, he's my godfather to my godson, to my 3.5-year-old. It's not just, hey, here's a 9 to 5, do your job, go home, get a paycheck. There's more to it than that.
No one knew that moving to LA was the scariest time of my life, but also no one ever asked. So a lot of times it's just, you need to ask people, like, hey, how are you doing, and being genuine. And doing that with the guests and doing that with the staff as well is equally important, because not only are the customers going to appreciate it, or the guests are going to appreciate it, but the staff's going to appreciate it too.
We care about you, not just as an employee, but as a person, as a whole. And that's what I think the family aspect, and a lot of places don't have, is just, you're not just hiring people just to work for you. You're hiring people, and these are the people who are going to be with you 10, 12-hour days sometimes. And I have to make sure that they know that I have their back just as much as they have my back. And that comes with just building a relationship as you would do with family.
It's more than just making chicken. It's really surreal to see where it started in a little 400 square foot restaurant that had a wall, and now we've opened a restaurant in Pasadena that's like one of the most beautiful restaurants I've ever seen.
This is start strong, finish strong, yes, chef? Yes, have each other's back, have fun, that's what it's all about, all right? Howlin' on 3, 1, 2, 3! Howlin'!
Chef Johnny, thank you so much for sitting down with us, and it's time to kind of discuss how Howlin Rays has become Howlin Rays. The biggest thing that's the most impressive, and you know, everybody eats like out constantly, and you can go to the same restaurant maybe 3-4 times in a row, and we can say sometimes that it depends on who's in the kitchen that day making the food. That does not apply to Howlin Rays, because there's never been a time where I've come and the chicken sandwich, the chicken sando is not as good as it was the last time. How did you get it to this point of that level of consistency?
A lot of my career in the fine dining kind of world revolved around that, with working with Keller and Gordon Ramsay. I really wanted to implement some of the things that I saw in restaurants that I did not like. One of them being like, oh, Joe's on the collard greens today, or Matt's on the collard greens today, and so they kind of are different. A lot of our success and a lot of our strengths here are some of the basics done really, really at a high level. One being consistency, one being customer service, another being, you know, how we treat our staff, you know. So I think those are some things that restaurants can get confused by, where it's like, oh, we got to do this trendy dish or something like that, so that we're going to be really popular. But it's really about that heart and soul of a restaurant and those key factors, just like in a sport or something like that, your fundamentals.
Was there a moment in that process where you started to really see, you and Amanda started to see like, oh, we really have something unique?
Yeah, well, the food truck actually wasn't low-key that successful. It didn't pop off until we introduced the sando. So when we were just doing authentic Nashville Hot Chicken, and even in Nashville, they didn't do a sandwich. There was no hot chicken sandwich. So we were serving quarters and like southern size, like black eyed peas. As soon as we did that, then all of a sudden we had a lot more people interested in Nashville Hot Chicken. And then even some spots in Nashville started introducing a sando after that too.
Nice.
So it's always been, like I was saying earlier, that evolution, that mentality that is our success. That is why we're successful. Just because something's served a certain way doesn't mean you can't change it or evolve it, as long as your intentions are pure, with quality and consistency being a big part of why you make those moves.
You know, I know you're busy, but is there anybody that can help walk us through some of this menu items?
Let's get Jules on it. He'll be really excited to walk you through this.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
One of the things I've noticed is there's been some additions to the menu.
That's a funny story. That was, Mario fries never came about because I wanted them as a dish. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this thing, it's gonna be on the menu. I didn't even think about that. Mario fries used to be back in the old days of Howlin Rays. When we first started opening up, we were closing at 4. And then at the end of the day, we would all take a break together. So sometimes it'd be my job to kind of make sure that everybody had a meal. I'd be like, what's left in this kitchen? Put some chicken, some sauce, some cheese, some fries, and here you go. Long story short to that, customer caught wind of it. One day showed up, one was like, hey, can I get Mario fries? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Mario, I have no idea what Mario fries are. Right. And he told us, and I was like, I have no idea how you know about that, but sure. We'll make it.
We have our Lewis style, which is it's like a patty melt. Named after Louis Silva, one of our former employees.
You said, what's his name?
Louis Silva. He would toast the Pullman, the white bread with cheese, and then made it with the sandwich instead of just the regular sandwich bun. And now it's like, that's another one. It's like amazing. It's just a nice, crispy, toasted bun with that cheese on it. Is great. And then we have our Matt fries.
Matt fries.
Which are the cheese fries with some collard greens on top. We hit it with a little bit of the trapeze pepper here, and then it's got some sauce on top as well. And a lot of restaurants, they serve collard greens from the can. They're already cooked, and you just heat them up and add their own seasoning. No, we get them in whole leaves, trim them down, clean them, blanch them, cook them all, like start to finish. Start with wings. We got our wings here with some the greens we were talking about. I'm gonna show you how to dress them up so you get them right every single time.
Okay.
Then we have
This is
the sando. The sando. This is what's all over IG, all over social media. This is what people like to take their selfies with and like to show off when they post it on Instagram, so people know that they're at Howlin Rays. So they post that sando. This is that Louis style secret item we were talking about. That nice toasted bun right there, or toasted bread rather. We got our shake fries, some comeback sauce spread out for the chicken, and my personal favorite, the breast quarter. Very first time I ever had Howlin on the food truck, 2015. I ordered a breast quarter, and then I got our mac salad right there, and some sauces just spread out so we can enjoy it with everything.
all right. Let's do it. Pass me one of them bad boys.
Wing. I'll give you this one right here.
Also, temperatures. What are we at?
So we're at mild right here.
Okay, mild.
Yeah.
All right.
If you do want to get a little spicy, we can definitely make that happen.
Okay.
That's a good wing when you take a bite and you can just take the bone right off.
One of the things that you guys do the absolute best is, this is more of a dry rub braised, right?
Yeah, so it's a dry application, not so much a like a sauce or a glaze that's on it.
But the fact that the chicken is so damn juicy on the inside, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, ultimately that's like Chef Johnny's, like, you know, his practices and executions on preparing food and making it really good. That whole process, you know, there's a lot of love. People ask, you know, what's the secret ingredient? Honestly, it's love. You got to care for what you do. A lot of we train our employees, you know, to give a lot of care to what they do, and to the product they make, the practices they take, and it's a reflection of, you know, the food itself. Yeah,
you know you have the best French fries in LA, right?
I love the fries. These are definitely the crinkle cut. I remember there was a point we were on the fence between, do we want to keep the crinkle cut? Do we want to go waffle fries? Do you want to go crinkle fries? Like, yeah, crinkle cut. It's like it's perfect. Let's get to these greens. Okay. So we're gonna dress them.
Okay. Which I've never done before. So
it's gonna be Tabasco peppers and vinegar. Just gonna add a little bit. It's gonna help balance out the richness.
Okay.
That's in there from those greens, and a little bit of hot sauce just to kick it up, just a touch.
Beautiful.
And this is when I'm gonna get into that breast quarter right there.
Okay.
So a lot of times you'll see them in Nashville. They just go in there, grab the chicken, just give it a rip. Oh man, I like to take this rip, give it a little dip. Oh God. Yeah, that's me right there.
So we're in here. Rip off some of that chicken.
There. Dip it in the greens.
You're really showing me something new here.
Yeah, this is how I eat.
I always don't know what to do with the bread. Like, I thought you guys just do it as something to like dress the plate.
So it catches all the fat and juices dripping off the chicken. And also they use that as a vessel.
I'm fucking with this.
Dipping the greens is like,
I'm fucking with this.
It's gonna be medium. Same as a breast quarter, yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we dunking this in the thing?
You don't have to. Here, I want you to have this one.
Okay. We'll switch.
That's a good one for you.
All right.
You need a little more protein than I do.
I do.
I feel like with how rich this is, you got to get a little bit of everything just to balance out that cheese and that toast.
Boy, that slaps. Okay.
It's like
cracking, bro. I like the traditional. It can't be that much of a difference, but this is cracking, bro.
Yeah, that toasted bread with the cheese on it is like...
Y'all have the best lemonade I've also ever had in my life. The best sweet tea, the best lemonade on the planet.
So we got the classic lemonade. All right. Yeah, always over that pebbled ice. All right. We got that mac salad here. Let's go ahead and get in for some of that.
Okay.
This is like one of our most popular sites. We have here,
thank you, Mario,
the Howlin.
Okay.
So it's gonna have the ghost pepper.
Okay.
It's gonna have the Carolina Reaper. It's gonna have the Trinidad Scorpion and the young red habanero. I'll give that piece to you. It's gonna be spicy. The faster you eat it does not hide how spicy it is. Your whole body reacts to it, whether it's your palate or your stomach. It's gonna be the same reaction. So just take a bite.
Well, you lead first.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And me and Mario used to do this once a week, and it would wreck us.
Okay. All right.
I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it right now.
Okay. I'm just seeing. All right. Oh, I hate them.
Oh. So it starts to hurt at first, and then you get the heat buzz. Your mouth starts to tingle. Your eyes get watery.
My tongue is on fire. Bro.
Yeah, it's just like you're getting scratched. It's that.
That didn't help, and I knew it wasn't gonna help either. You just gotta
Nothing helps.
substitute
You just thug it out.
Listen, that's hot as hell.
That's hot. I got one hotter than that too.
Okay, I don't need that one.
No, we don't. That was just a bite.
So people eat this.
People eat that. Yeah. There's a regular. Her name's Caroline, and she will eat a breast quarter Howlin. She won't break a sweat. She won't cry a single tear.
She human?
She is human. She's awesome. I love Caroline so much. She's a great person. She's always coming by showing stuff.
I can't even think right now. Hold on. It's like it won't leave.
No, it doesn't leave. Mac salad helps. The fries, the pickles, everything else. The bread.
Now, is that just an ode to like how it is in Nashville?
Yeah, like it's definitely they kick it up. That Southern heat is different. I think Mario, when he took my order, I was like, I want to try the hot. He's like, it's really hot. I was like, I'm Mexican. Like, I know spicy.
Right.
And I got it, and I was like, I don't think I'm Mexican because I can't handle this.
Bro, I'm surprised I didn't shed a tear yet, but my tongue is on fire, bro.
Yeah, I didn't cry. I didn't cry either. My eyes sweat.
Oh, that's
yeah,
what
I got hyperactive sweat glands.
That's what we tell the people.
Good.
Okay. So, before you kick us out of here, the only thing that we have left that we haven't tried, but we're gonna finish this up anyways, is this right here.
Yeah, we're gonna do this
the proper
how
way.
I used to do it.
Thank you. This is how I got it from you the first time,
Yeah.
too.
Boom.
There we go.
There it is.
Boom.
Boom. That's all you.
That's such a humble action, too, to pass somebody a chicken sandwich and know the confidence that they're going to enjoy this.
And that's what I liked so much when I first started at Howlin was like I said before, it's like you plate it, you put it in the window, and that's it. That's the last time you see it.
Right.
It's like, it's my child right there. It's like, and then someone else takes care of it. Going to Howlin as a chef, like I was able to make something and deliver it to where it needs to be. It's like, that power, that connection is like, that's the fun I want to have.
And you guys are accomplishing that splendidly.
I appreciate that.
Okay, here we go. This is what I always get.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pretend like I haven't eaten this before, but this is what I always get, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, this is like everything. Oh, Howlin Rays, the stand-up. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And like, this is just so much, like I'm watching people eat their food, watching people enjoy it. It's like, that just fuels me even more. I'm not really a saucy guy, but with this comeback sauce and the fries, comeback sauce and the sando, it's like, man.
Every single time. We've taken you through the story, we've taken you through the food, we've taken you through the people. Thank you to Chef Johnny, Amanda, Allison, Mario, Matt, Julian. You know where we're at, and it is...
Hey guys, we got